Soul Garden.
Introducing Secrets of Birthdays. Bow chicka bow wow. Are you ready to find love? Bow chicka bow wow. Your secrets are coming out. Bow chicka bow wow. All those sexy secrets are available at secretsofbirthdays.com. Bow chicka bow wow, baby. Hello, Lunar Cancer, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Now Weekly Edition. I'm your host, Christopher Witecki. Well, the I feel Cancers have been going through a lot. We all have, frankly, on Earth. But of course, sweet Cancers, you feel every bump in the road. As we come back in Scorpio, this is a sensitive moment for the crabs. It comes down to whether or not you're going to live in a state of joy or not. The Sun in Scorpio for the Cancer tribe is about stepping into what your heart really wants. Why is this so difficult? We'll get into why. But the biggest reason is that you've been brainwashed to be there for others before yourself. That's right. We lied to you. You're actually supposed to take care of yourself first. That's the biggest obstacle. As we begin the week, the moon, your own sign, will be ruling the whole week. So your inner child is going to let you know every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if it's not happy. If he or she is not happy, your emotions will be clear. You can't deny it anymore. Forget theory, forget later, forget mama promises. Your inner child will be crying out this week if your path or the boundaries in your life are not set to your own inner happiness. This is a big deal. It's going to separate the happy Cancers from the non-happy Cancers. And we'll be talking about that. So where's the moon? Well, actually, on Monday and Tuesday, I think you're feeling pretty good. The moon is in your sign. Sunny and cool for the crabs Monday and Tuesday. So emotionally, you are feeling it, owning it. Your ego is there. You're probably there for your inner child. Not a problem. Come Wednesday, Thursday, moon moves into Leo. Now, real evidence of what you're being paid or not being paid. You're out of your ego. You're out of your given strength. Then, by this weekend, the moon in Virgo, wonk wonk, big mind game potential. We'll talk more about that in a second. So, as you are testing whether or not your inner child is happy emotionally, realize your inner child is focusing on ego and self-esteem, and then your mind games. And mind games is where a lot of it's at. But first, let's take a step back to Saturn. Saturn is now in chapter 3 of Saturn in Libra. Last time Saturn was at 22 degrees, and 22 degrees was 1982. This is a time where the whole world is really obsessed with equal giving and receiving, right? Stock market, Occupy Wall Street, you name it, it's all about unfair, unfair. And for Cancers, this battle of unfair comes down to the giving and receiving in your own home. Were you raised in a home where all you did was give, give, give? Did you raise your parents? Did you raise your family? If that's the case, your balance is way out of whack because you are still probably in the habit of giving and not receiving. And you're likely drawing in people that do nothing but take. It's not your problem, it's not your fault, but it is something you must address. So the background story of your inner child being happy or not comes down to whether or not your inner mother is taking care of you first or someone else. We're at a point now, this fall, Cancer, where if you don't make yourself the first priority, your dreams probably won't come true. There will never be enough time or energy. This goes greatly against the nature of crabs, which means we are separating the visionary crabs of the future, age of Aquarius, from the old school crabs of feed everyone else, go to bed hungry. And that will separate the leader crabs from the follower crabs. Just saying. So bringing it back to this week, the Sun in Scorpio is saying your inner child is not necessarily happy or not. Is there an inner mother behind that inner child to take care of that inner mother? That is the question of Saturn. And then, of course, there's also the question of Mars. Mars is now moving into Virgo, which is a major shift of its energy and its emphasis. It has been in Leo for several weeks. Having it move into Virgo means suddenly the crab's mind is going to go helter-skelter. Your mind is going to heat up like you've been drinking 25 Starbucks black eyes, all right? Black eyes. That sounded weird. Black eyes, which are 2 shots. This makes your mind helter-skelter, but this is the shifting moment because when crabs have to make a decision that goes beyond emotion, it is your mind that will solve it or not, right? It is your mind that will solve it or not. Your mind decides, we've worried enough, we've cried enough, It's your mind that keeps those emotions in check. So for those crabs who make decisions to take care of themselves and be allegiant to the inner child, it is the activation of your mind and your thoughts and your new attitude that will shift your life into the next 2 weeks. In fact, shift it to the point of grand trine in Earth. The Mars grand trining in Earth for the next 2 weeks means there will be accelerated manifestation of your life if you go in this direction. And this is trining in big areas, your relationships in marriage and your place in the world. Turns out your mind is holding back your marriage. Your mind is holding back your place in the world. Why? Well, because it is your mind that decides when enough is enough when it comes to your emoting. It is your mind that decides that you deserve more and you're not going to give. It is your mind that is the control tower of where that emotion goes or does not go. And it is your mind, at the end of the day, that is whether or not your inner child is happy or not. So, this is a major shift going on. Now, this weekend, after all that karma, the moon will be in your mind. So this weekend could go either way. Be aware as the moon crosses Mars on Friday. We will be texting you in the guardian agency, letting you know, hey, be careful, don't go too far. The universe is definitely giving you some punctures there. But over that time, you're going to be very pensive, very detached. I don't think you're going to want to be really with anyone this weekend unless it's an intellectual or friendship connection. All right? Definitely not going to feel super friendly, and Friday night would not go out. All right, my Cancerians, the I feels. I will be back in 7 days, or you'll hear from me in the next hour if you're part of the Guardian Agency. Either way, until then, live, love, be.